Hi guys, and welcome back to this Inspiring Tales, where we actually storytell and meet inspiring entrepreneurs from Southeast Asia. And now I'm in Singapore. So for today's Inspiring Tales, we have a truly remarkable story of perseverance and grit. Meet Hafis, Latif, and Naim, the founders of Your Reno Works. What started with Hafis alone driving Uber and battling personal hardships grew into a thriving renovation business. And we are here today in their office to actually dive into more into their journey and how they actually came up to be a successful renovation company. So, Hafiz, Latif, and Naim, thank you so much for being here with me
Thank you
today.
guys, thank you.
Thank you for coming also.
So maybe Hafiz, you are the one who started your Reno Works, right?
Yes.
Maybe you can actually share with us what were you doing before your Reno Works and how it came to be.
Right. Okay. So before Reno Works, I was driving with Uber.
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 Okay.
So during that time, I think Uber just came into Singapore. I think it was in 2015.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I was driving with Uber. Then after a while, I felt that Uber wasn't that easy. It
Okay.
wasn't that easy. So I was looking through newspaper. Uh, Sitting down at the coffee shop, was thinking maybe I should find a job as well, you know.
Yeah.
So what I did was I read through the newspaper. I saw this advertisement saying interior designers renovation company needed some sales staff lah.
I see.
So he also mentioned that no experience needed.
Hmm.
Then I gave the company a call. I came down, they interviewed me, and then they took me in. Yeah, so from there I started my journey in renovation line.
So before that, what were you studying? Like, is it like
Actually, I
design?
studied hospitality management.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was in the tourism line, hotel, F&B.
So it's totally different
It's
than
totally,
what you
yeah,
guys are
correct,
doing now.
correct.
Yeah. So what actually sparked the idea to just try out interior design?
Yeah, basically because I think in renovation line, it's more like a freelance lah.
Hmm.
So while doing renovation, I can also drive my Uber.
I see.
Yeah, so that's why I was thinking, why not give it a try lah.
I see. So you mentioned that you actually were in an interior design company.
Yep.
You tried out in the newspaper.
Yep.
So how was it? How was your experience with that?
Uh, Initially it was okay. I started to learn new things, you know. I felt that it's quite interesting, quite interesting. And then, but after a while, I get to know my boss was actually a scammer.
Your boss was a scammer.
Yeah.
How
So,
how did he scam?
basically what he did was he did a name card for me.
Okay.
Name card, and then he passed me the name card to me. And then until one day, I received a lot of calls from suppliers, from
Clients.
clients, saying looking for him. These
Okay.
are all clients that I've never heard before.
Hmm.
And then one day he disappeared. He disappeared.
Your
Just
boss
like
just
that.
disappeared.
Just disappeared. So the clients told me that he actually took 12,000. He hacked the house halfway through, you know, and then he disappeared for weeks. So where is he now? And then when I asked the clients where where you got my number from, then they mentioned that my ex-boss actually passed my name card to them.
So your boss wanted you to just settle it on your own.
In a way lah, basically he already have all these plans, uh, and then that's why when he did the name card for me, he took some. He took some to pass to all these clients, these suppliers. So suppliers also call me saying that he disappeared. You know, there are outstanding bills to pay. Basically, there's nothing much I can do. Yeah, because I've never heard of them. I don't know what's going on, and he also disappeared from me.
So technically you became a scapegoat lah.
Yeah, in a way lah. So then from then on, I decided that this cannot go on lah, because in this market, I think there's a lot of black sheep in the market lah, in a way. These scamming things happen lah, you know.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, why not I open up my own? With very few, I mean, I just started doing renovation like only almost 1 year. With very few experience lah, you know. And then I decided to open up my own. Your
So
Reno Works.
how was it when you actually just open up your very own?
Initially it was quite hard. So I was in debt. I was in debt 30,000.
$30,000 in debt.
$30,000. So during that time, that's why I was driving for Uber, and then I was thinking how to settle all this debt. That's why I was looking for a job and stuff, you know. So I'm left with like I think few $100 in my bank,
Oh my God.
and then I decided to open up using that last bit of money I had. I opened up my own, and then it was quite struggling lah, because basically people don't know I'm doing renovation.
Yeah.
You know, so how I started was I print out name cards. You know, I was driving Uber. I pass on my name cards and stuff. From there, I get sales lah. Yeah.
So when you actually mention passing name cards, like how do you actually do it? Like is it like a networking?
Yeah, I mean,
Thing, or-
when I drive Uber,
Yeah.
I got passengers.
Oh, your passengers.
Yeah, so
You
my
gave your
passenger-
name cards to passengers?
Yeah, yeah.
So
So I got
some
my,
of them really
Yeah, so I got my
converted.
first sales for Your Reno Works from
A
the
passenger.
Uber passenger, correct?
Oh,
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
So of course, for every businesses out there, right,
Mhm.
they actually face some struggles when they actually start up something.
Mhm.
But what made you actually have that drive to actually try out and take that leap of faith? Were you married at that time?
I was married. Nak cakap tak cakap? Okay, I was married. I was married.
Just
during-
briefly lah.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, I was married during that time. But after when I just started my company, my marriage wasn't that good. Like, you know, in a way, I was separating with my ex-wife, and then I had to take care of my kids and stuff lah.
Yeah.
So I had no choice but to hustle lah. You know, that's why I was driving Uber and doing renovation at the same time, because renovation wise, the money were coming later on. You know, but I need daily cash and everything. That's why I was driving Uber, I was driving Grab, I was driving even taxi. You know, just to make meets apa? What do you-
Meets ah.
And meets, yeah, yeah. Meets
So
and,
and during that time you were in $30,000 in debt.
yeah, I was in $30,000 debt.
So I think that's really amazing, because I think for some people out there, if they were be in your situation, I think they would just give up, because their marriage is not going well.
Yeah.
They are in debt.
Yep.
They don't know whether the business is gonna work or
Yeah.
not. They would just give up. I mean, in terms of the mental strength that you had, what was that drive actually that made you move
Basically,
forward?
it's my kids lah. Basically, my kids. You know, they were still very young. I had to do something about it lah. I mean, I cannot just give up just like that. You know, I have to hustle, find ways. You know, to settle all the problems that I had.
Describe that lowest point during that period of time. Like, do you had any lowest point that time, if you could actually recall?
So basically, my lowest point during that time, I really had no more money. You know, I had to pay car rental, taxi rental. Business wasn't good. I was crying in my car. You know, praying, because I had to buy milk, diapers for my babies. You know. So that was the lowest point lah. So I was crying in the car. I was thinking, how am I supposed to, you know, what I'm supposed to do now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then actually my prayers were answered instantly.
What did you actually ask for?
I was asking my cousin lah. I mean, I tried to borrow some money from a lot of people, you know, trying to buy all these kind of things, right? So I couldn't get, and then I prayed. Suddenly my cousin popped into my mind, and then I texted her. She actually told me that she's giving me $300. You don't have to pay back. This is for you. Just do whatever you need to do.
With $300.
Yeah.
So what did you do with that $300?
I fill up my petrol a bit. I buy my my children's diaper, my milks and everything, and then I went home for that day.
So how did it
That
went
was-
after that? Like after that $300?
I mean, I mean, life goes on, lah. You know, we still drive taxi. I try to find sales and everything, but I wasn't really pushing hard on renovation during that time.
I see.
Because I'm afraid that I couldn't really cope. So for me, I passed my name card. If have, don't have lah. You know, that kind of thing. I wasn't really focusing on renovation during that time.
So during that time you were alone.
I was
Running.
alone. Yeah.
It was called Your Reno Works also.
Yes, correct.
So how did you actually met Latif and Naim?
Yeah, we met at where?
We met through an acquaintance.
Acquaintance lah. So from there they were working full time. And then I was telling them I was doing the renovation. So I think Naim was the one who actually approached me, saying that he's interested to be in the team lah.
So maybe Naim, you can actually let us know how did you actually came to be part of Your Reno Works? How did it happen?
Okay, my journey to join this company is also quite miracle lah.
A miracle.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
why?
I never planned well to join any renovation company.
I see.
Yeah, but at a tough time, I'm working in this school, private school, doing operations,
Okay.
facilities lah.
Facilities. Okay.
Yeah, so I know well about renovation through this company, this private company. So I learned a lot of renovation for the past 8 years. So I enjoy working renovation line lah. When I meet Hafis, right, I think I started to think like, why not I explore HDB home instead of office? Because
So you were doing commercial.
correct, doing commercial. So I think like it's a great moment for me to start lah. Then I told Hafiz, can I bring in one of my partner? It's Latif lah, because
Latif
I
lah.
do a lot of things with Latif.
Yeah.
I do love a lot of small business with Latif. So I think to bring him with me and to join Hafiz as a one team is gonna be a great journey lah. So Alhamdulillah, we all quit our full time and we all just work.
So you actually mentioned that you did some businesses with Latif.
Yeah.
Like what kind of business did you actually?
It was a small business lah. Technically, we are some service provider company. We actually do that solution back then. Then there is some decal work, some canvas work, those kind.
So you were trying out a lot of things.
Yes,
See
yes.
what works, what doesn't.
Exactly.
So finally you found out that renovation actually works lah when you actually join Hafiz.
Yeah, so when actually we sat down to discuss with Hafiz to join his company lah. So we took up roles technically. So I believe when we are in the partnership lah. So a bit of a challenge in the start, but I think we tide through the waves lah. Yeah, so tide through the waves. Apa
Yeah, I mean along the way it's not an easy journey lah. I think we started from scratch. We learn from our workers. We really need to hustle triple hard from the current that we work full time.
Yep.
Yeah, nothing easy. We almost 1 year, 2 years we struggle, but we still stay hold together with Hafis in a team lah. And we sit down, creating more opportunity for the company, exploring more opportunity like, we go down to the street by giving flyers. All these things we did it when at the lowest point.
You mentioned that you actually took the leap of faith to quit your full-time job.
Yes.
But before that,
Correct.
and you guys also have families with kids as well,
Yeah.
right?
So I
So
think
what drove you guys to actually take that huge leap of faith, because you guys have a lot of responsibility as well, like same as Hafiz.
Yeah. So I think actually when we actually left our full-time job, it was a leap of faith like you mentioned. So I had, I think, one baby on my way.
A baby.
A baby was on the way.
child.
Second child, I also forget. Second child.
Who's the father?
Yeah. So I'm supposed to actually get my second child. He's on his way. The biggest support is actually the wife lah.
Your wife.
Yeah,
okay.
my wife. So actually when we took that leap of faith, there was a discussion with the wife lah.
I see.
So we need some support at the back. So I'm thankful that she actually support me back then. As of now, I'm supporting her back. Yeah.
Talking about like your support being your wife, right? Like how does a partner can actually help on your entrepreneurship journey? Actually, that's what I was wondering, because I'm single.
Yeah.
And I'm not married. I don't
Yeah.
know how marriage life is, right? Especially when you are running a business.
Yeah.
Like how important is having a partner in your journey?
Yeah. So support can come in all sorts of ways.
Yeah.
It will actually start from monetary to actually
being physically there. So monetary is, I think, straight up everyone would know lah. So wife supports in your monetary supports lah technically. So on the other angle is your time. So when, of course, when we start up, it eats a lot of your time. Yeah, day in, day out. We will leave house in the morning, back late at night. A prolonged kind of journey, like maybe 3-4 months. Sometimes you don't meet your wife, or whether they left to work, then you didn't see them. Those kind of support lah. Actually we had lah. Technically.
So how was the conversation like with your family?
Dramatic.
Very dramatic. Maybe you can actually run through like how was the conversation like? Because personally, I think for me it's my parents, right? My parents would think that I shouldn't go to this route because it's very risky, right? But I understand their point of view because they want the best for me.
Exactly.
So, but what was the conversation with you and your family? Maybe Hafis,
For myself, right?
Yeah.
At that point of time, my wife was pregnant, 4th kid.
Oh,
So,
and you're the breadwinner.
no, my wife was working lah. But
Okay.
eventually, working full time, the financial is not that strong lah. So that's why I keep on trying to get side business.
I see.
So eventually, when I told my wife that this renovation maybe can be in me, so that's why I said you can trust me not. Give me 1 year or 2 years, let me try this thing. So my wife keep on motivate me. She see me my lowest lah, when that part very sad lah. I mean, the starting part is very struggle for us. The money, COVID.
COVID happened also.
So the journey was not that good. We was stuck in the middle of COVID with no job.
Yeah.
So Alhamdulillah, my wife keep on praying. My parents give me motivated me all the time, give me opportunity to wait that till the 2 years onwards. Then we start to Alhamdulillah fly slowly. From there, I think their prayers are very important.
So it just shows that it's a very important emotional support.
Correct.
Right? Because I feel that after meeting a lot of entrepreneurs, it's the emotional part, like the way you think and what drives you, what's the purpose. So your purpose is your family.
Correct.
During that time, my time was my kids.
Your kids.
I think everyone has their own purpose.
I didn't have a wife. We separated during that time.
So Naim actually mentioned about COVID time. Like maybe you can actually share with me how was it like for you guys during COVID for your business?
We were lucky lah, actually. So Woodland was after COVID. So previously we had yang Tampines tak nak cakap kan that time.
We have no office.
Basically, we didn't have any office when we were running. From the start until 2000, I mean, we started in 2016. Until we sure
2020.
2020, 21
20.
20 2020. So from 2016 to 2020, we didn't have any office.
So where
or
was
any showroom.
your office?
So we were doing appointments on job site, in
Void
coffee
decks.
shops, void
Coffee
decks.
shops.
You know,
Cafes.
cafes. I mean, we were lucky, and we were we thank the people who actually supported us lah. Even though we didn't have any
Physical office.
they still signed with us and everything. So when during COVID, during that time, our overhead was quite low, very low, because we didn't have to pay any for offices, any offices, you know. So we get to go through lah. We went through because no overhead, and then whatever job that we were ongoing, we had to stop. And then that's the only thing that affected us and the clients lah. But monetary wise, I think we were lucky lah. Only after COVID, and then we decided to have
An office.
a physical office.
I see.
Yeah.
So when you guys had no office, right? So the struggle was to get client to trust you, or
Yeah. We do have a lot of clients who actually didn't sign with us
because you guys had no
no
office.
office. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So on my personal experience also, the client also told me directly that actually I like you. I want you to do my house, but because you didn't have any office, I couldn't sign with you. You know, they basically they want
Credibility.
credibility lah, you know. I mean, I understand, but we were also thankful that a lot of clients did supported us. Yeah.
So talking about credibility, right? How do you guys actually gain that credibility throughout the years, throughout these 8 years? 8 years, right?
Yeah. Okay, so when we didn't have any physical office, what we did was we always update our social media. Our social media is always ongoing. People can see our stories, in IG stories, Facebook. You know, we tell them to write reviews for us. You know, this is how we actually build the credibility even without any office. So from there, this is our sales point lah. Basically, we didn't have any office, but these are all legit reviews, and you can see on our page that we are always busy with renovation works and everything. This is how people trusted us.
I see.
Yeah.
So up till now, because I be following you guys also, you guys always keep on updating. And on top of that, maybe you can actually let us know like what's the difference between you guys and other renovation companies out there.
Okay. Stop sini. Kau cerita yang pasal cerita scam kau, then you wanted the company to be a trustable company, then kau rebut lah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we vouch on the trust lah. Aku punya cerita.
Oh,
Kau yang jawab. Aku jangan kasih kau ayat ni.
So, what was the question?
So how did you guys actually gain that credibility throughout these 8 years running Your Reno Works?
Yeah, you see, when I started, I mean, previously when I was working with that company, it was a scam company. So basically, it's a trustable company lah. I didn't want anybody to get scammed because in this renovation line, even the banks they don't trust renovation company.
The banks don't
Yeah,
trust.
I mean,
Why do you
because
think-
certain loans that you want to take if you come from a renovation company, they don't approve.
see.
You know, because there's too many black sheep in the market. That basically is a loophole or is a grey area thing. I'm not very sure. So I don't want the company to be a scam company lah. So that's why I open up this company lah.
So how do you actually usually get customer to actually trust you for the renovation works?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, it's based on reviews. So we
Based
also
on reviews,
Google reviews. So customers as well, when they want to engage a renovation company, they also have their due diligence to actually do their own research lah.
Yeah.
So things like to see their portfolios, to see reviews, and also to see if they are HDB licensed. So to get a HDB license is not that simple. You have to hit certain kind of criteria and requirements for HDB to actually give you the license. Yeah, so these are the things that customers need to take note. Clients have to take note when they want to engage in a renovation company. So having this HDB license is also a credibility to us.
Yeah.
To show that we are reliable. Yeah.
So for people who actually don't know about HDB license, right? So what is this HDB license actually? Why is it
Okay, so in
important?
Singapore, when you want to renovate a house, a HDB housing,
Yeah.
you have to be a HDB licensed contractor.
I see.
It's a DRC.
Requirement. Yes, yeah.
DRC is a what?
Directory Renovation Company.
Renovation company. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So they can actually Google this in HDB website to see if the company is licensed or not.
I see.
Yeah,
So you guys just got this HDB license.
yeah. I mean, after 8 years,
After 8 years.
we
Congratulations.
decided to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you guys can actually share in terms of partnerships, right? In business, in entrepreneurship. Like, how do you guys actually maintain that partnership in business? Because I know that it's not easy. There's a lot of businesses who fail to have partnerships.
Yep.
They can't agree on certain arguments or certain things to agree upon. So how do you guys actually keep in terms of this partnership in Your Reno Works? How do you guys actually uphold it?
Personally, I feel partnership is like a relationship.
It's like a relationship.
It's like a relationship. Okay, so in relationship, I think everyone also knows that communication is key.
Okay.
So somewhat we actually practice this, that we actually communicate as much as possible. Likes and dislikes, actually we will actually speak up. No hard feelings, and the trust that we actually built as a partnership grew over time.
Yeah, so we do have our ups and downs.
Yeah.
You know, we do have our
You guys argue also,
you know, argue debates and everything. You know, but for me personally, what I always have these two mindsets. You know, I will, if it's personal, is business is business. You know, I can be debating with you for business, but on personal level, I'm still close friends to you. You know, we have to wear these two hats, you know, at certain time. Yeah, so these are the things that I think a lot of people they have difficulty having, you know. Basically, you need to have one goal. We have to reach that goal. But to reach that goal, of course, we will have our differences. And then we argue, I mean, healthy argument for the business, you know. At the end of the day, we decided into one, you know, we come with a decision, whether you are happy or not happy, but it's for the business.
I think because it's very hard to put that barrier
Yeah.
between business
Yeah.
with personal, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if let's say you have an argument in terms of business,
Yeah.
your personal will usually be affected
Yeah.
easily.
It will,
right?
it will, but you must have a very strong mind now. You
For
know,
all the partners, right?
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because it's definitely not easy. So many people fail their businesses because of partnerships.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you could actually give an advice to entrepreneurs out there who wants to do a partnership or currently have a partnership business, how can they actually sustain that partnership healthily, like you actually mentioned,
I feel that you in the company where you run, you must have a system.
the system?
A system, you know, it's a system, and then have a goal, draw a line, you know. When it's business is business, it's personal is personal. Whatever we say, don't take it too hard.
Yeah.
You know, because it is for the business sake. You know, what else do you want to add in? So
I think we need to give and take.
Give and take.
Yeah, I think sometimes if the team want to debate, just
let it go.
just let it go. Because sometimes that decision might go right or wrong is in Allah fate.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you throw your ego away, and sometimes your ego is shaitan. To be honest. So sometimes when you let go your ego, the good thing will come. I believe that way. The 8 years with them, my partners, I feel that way.
Ego is the difficult part you want to throw out. No?
Ego,
Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, your mind, your mindset, you have to know that this is for the business.
See, the biggest tip here is the ego.
Ego, correct. Yeah.
So Naim actually mentioned about shaitan, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we can actually dive into how being a Muslim entrepreneur actually helped your journey, like being a Muslim entrepreneur. How does it actually help this business?
How does it actually help the business? Yeah. Help the business because I'm a Muslim. I don't understand.
Because as a Muslim, being a Muslim, I feel that as a Muslim myself, I feel that I have an advantage as a Muslim because as a Muslim we learn about these values, being patient, giving more than what and not expecting anything in return. These kind of values actually kind of help in terms of business, right? So how does it actually help you guys?
Aku kasi kau jawab, kau paling ustaz sikit. Kau kita, the biggest power that we have is actually doa.
I think back to our own self lah. I mean, if you notice right, our company having the company leads, almost 80 to 90% is referral, is warm leads. So from there we doa a lot lah to and have the faith so that everything we do in Islamic way will go smoothly. So with that 80% recommendation that is high, our colleagues is quite small amount. So I think with that doa and that, I mean, the clean way we do this business can show that people keep on referring us lah. I think that's the only way I can
think doa is important. Your usaha is also important.
The efforts,
Your efforts lah. And then sedekah, charity is also very important. Taking care of your parents is also very important. These are all the things that I feel that it helps in the business as well.
We remind ourselves each other lah.
Yeah.
We help each other to to guide our parents, our family well.
Yeah.
We always remind each other lah as a partners.
Yeah. So I think because if let's say someone were to go to an entrepreneurship course, they wouldn't actually talk about this,
Yeah.
right? About how being a Muslim and you follow the values, you will actually help your business.
Yeah.
But
But sorry, one last thing,
yeah.
five times prayer lah.
5 times prayer.
Yeah, that one is the most important.
Yeah.
When you do that, everything will fall into place.
So because personally, I didn't understand about charity. Like you have to give, then you receive. What's the ROI on that, right? So maybe you can actually share.
Your
Like,
niat
how
lah.
does it help?
Your niat, I feel it always comes back to your niat. What is niat in? Your intention. Your intention. Why do you do this charity? Because I always feel that whatever that we get into the company, not 100% belongs to us. So it belongs to others, but it came through us. You know, so the niat is your intention must be right.
Thank you so much for sharing that part because I've never actually talked about being how being a Muslim actually, but I feel it is important because recently my dad told me, Kim, if you want more sales, you give back to your parents first, right? The ones who actually care for you from the start. Actually, I don't need your money, he said, but you just give for the
Berkat.
the berkat. I don't know what's in
Blessings.
English.
The
Just for the blessings.
For the blessing.
So when I started to give my parents, just I don't even think about it. I just give them, give back. Suddenly the sales all started coming. I don't know how it works, but yeah,
It's a miracle, right?
it's like a miracle. So yeah, maybe you can also share with me the future vision for your Reno Works. And we are here today at your office, right? It's definitely really beautiful. I'm very impressed with your office.
Thank you.
And happy to see you guys where you guys are today.
God
After after you guys actually share about your journey, especially from the start, going to coffee shops and all that, just to meet your clients.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can actually share me what's the future plans for your Reno Works.
So I think basically we actually want to serve our community to our best ability. And also it is hard, macam mana sakit hati apa
It's heart pain.
it's disheartened it's disheartened to see it's disheartened to see all our community going through bad renovations company
Yeah,
having to their experiences, then money going down the drain, house is not ready. So I am more pitiful on that angle. So I feel we are out here to actually reach out to our community and actually help them to do their renovation.
Even until till today, sometimes we receive clients who got scammed.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So how do you actually help them?
It all depends on the situation. So some situation whereby it was done halfway, they already paid 60,000, the house is only like 30% done. So basically we had to give them another code and see whether whatever that we can help them out with, we do lah. But I think we did experience also that. On your
Actually,
side,
so the one I had an experience is the client had a renovation company in the heart of Juchat. Okay, showroom, super nice and whatnot lah. So during the COVID, it happened during the COVID. Client house actually didn't complete for 2 years.
For 2 years?
For 2 years.
A house?
Her house, the client's
What
house.
kind of house that?
HDB, normal HDB, for 5 room unit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for 2 years, it was left abandoned. ID went bankrupt.
ID went bankrupt.
The ID went bankrupt. So he called me in technically. So asked me to salvage what I am able to salvage out of the house. So we continued the job and completed it technically. And the worst part here is the company is still there in the heart of Juchat. Yeah, of course the name is changed and whatnot.
Oh, they changed it.
Yeah, of course Yeah.
they change the name. So that's how they run. Sometimes when it's bankrupt or they want to scam, they will close down this company, they open up another company, different name, but the same owner, same person.
Understand. So, for people who actually wants to inquire on your renovation? How can
Yeah.
they actually do that?
Actually, I think
You
you all
can-
can actually go up to our social media, our website, or actually drop us a text at 83837879.
8383
7879.
7879.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Before we actually end the interview, maybe uh, if you guys can actually share with me or the ones that are watching the advices for someone who actually wants to start despite them having a family, because I think that's one of the number one excuse that people have. Oh, I can't take that leap because I have a family, right? So and I think you guys are the perfect one to actually give that advice, because you guys did had your own family when you took that leap of faith.
Yeah, when we took that leap of faith also, at the end of the day, we still have our cushion to
I think it will be. I think it's we call it a calculated risk lah.
calculated this lah.
Calculated
How do
risk.
you
So
make a calculated
for
risk?
me, when I started the business, I was doing renovation. At the same time, I have my taxi.
Your Uber, okay.
Your Uber or taxi, you know. So if this doesn't work, I still have my income.
I see.
You know, so I don't really risk out 100%. At the end of the day, when you want to do business, you can always go for it, but must always plan there's the cushion lah, where you can fall to into, you know.
I see. So it's like a strategic leap of faith lah.
Yeah, in a way lah.
You need that cash flow lah at the back.
Yeah.
To
So
support.
there's a plan B lah, you know. If this doesn't work, you already have this, you know.
So what about Naim and Latif? Like, what was your
Cushion.
cushion?
We doing that consultant.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing Grab.
You were doing Grab. So
Grab. I do sell My Republic. I do sell.
So a lot of sales lah.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of sales, yeah.
So we shrink down slowly lah.
Yeah.
Narrow down.
Narrow down slowly until I end up in renovation lah. The one and only source of income as for now lah.
So how about you?
Yeah. Almost the same boat with Naim. We do have some cushion lah, like I mentioned before. It's calculated risk. Of course, our main drive was actually the renovation lah.
Yeah.
Of course, go big or go home. We work, we hustle, we do what we need to do lah.
Yeah.
To make it happen, and here we are lah.
I realized that you guys are a lot in sales, right? So if you guys, is it okay if you guys can actually give advice in terms of sales? Because I think sales is really important in entrepreneurship, right? Actually, to be honest, sales and marketing is also technically sales also.
Yeah.
It's how you deliver it, right? So what would that number one advice be if you could actually give
If you want
in terms of sales?
Okay. For me,
Yeah.
in terms of sales,
Yeah.
the number one advice is to listen.
Is to listen.
Is to listen. Yeah. So if you are selling, yapping your way up through the whole, yapping your way through, not listening, then no point.
Yeah.
So is your listening here is actually the bigger game rather than the mouth. Yeah.
For me, it's the PR. I mean, you have to be comfortable with the person has to be comfortable too. So when you come and meet the person, don't just immediately talk about sales. You know, PR and
Get to know.
get to know and everything. You know, as you go along also, you have to be very comfortable. They have to be comfortable too.
And figure out what's their pain point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and like he mentioned, listen to details lah, on how what the client say. You know, what they want, what they don't want, what words they use. You know, on certain things. You know, from there you can actually know what to sell, how to sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of salesperson, they actually try to sell things even on the things that people don't actually need.
Yeah. For us, we don't sell hard.
Yeah.
We don't sell hard. We sell emotional sell lah. Like for example, we take note about their situation, you know, their condition, their budget. These are very important. No point you sell them when you know that they are one so great winner.
Yeah.
So no logic. So we more to selling our emotional to them lah, so that we understand well about their situation.
Understand. Thank you so much once again for
Thank you.
sharing. Is there anything else that you guys actually want to share about Your Reno Works?
Basically you can inquire to us lah, if you need renovation needs.
Yeah.
I think we have toilet and kitchen package that you want to know. Just DM us or WhatsApp us at 83837879.
Awesome.
And we do have enough sales people also, project managers to run the projects.
Alright, thank you so much once again for sharing your story. So if you guys actually want to inquire your Reno Works, I will actually include it in the description below. You can actually click the link directly and you can actually fill out the form. There's a form, right?
Yep.
So from there you can actually inquire with either Hafis, Latif or Naim. Thank you so much once again.
Yeah.
And I'll catch you guys in the next episode.
See you.
See you.